Hello guys, today we will discuss the 5 laws of library science. The 5 laws of library science, we all know this was propounded by SR Ranganathan, and it was published in the name of 5 laws of library science by SR Ranganathan in 1931. 5 laws, and these laws are very much practical and could be used nowadays also beyond this digital era. So the book was published in the year 1931, and its forwarding was written by Mr. P.S. Sivaswamy Iyer sir, and W.C.B. Sear sir wrote the introduction. And it was the 5 books are for use. The first law, second was every reader his or her book or its book. 2, and every book its reader. The third one, and fourth one was save the time of the reader. Then fourth and fifth one was library is a growing organisms. Okay, so it was the law and given by SR Ranganathan, and it was very much practical and implemented by all the libraries, I think, and there is no exception. Then everything about librarianship or library science, you can say, or library services could be implemented from this law OCLC. So OCLC has reinterpreted or reordered the laws of library. SR Ranganathan in the year of 2014, and it was mainly done by two authors, you can say. First one is Conway and second one Fennell. So these people's reorder or change the SR Ranganathan's law. Not changing that, they are just reordered, or you can say reinterpret the laws. So OCLC, we all know that OCLC came in the year of 1967. Okay, it came in the year of 1967. So they say that the title now, which is being done by in 2014 by Mr. Conway and Mr. Fennell. So the title was Reordering Ranganathan, Shifting the User Behavior, Shifting the Priorities. Okay, so as I said, this is very much practical, but the things are little changed in this digital era. So earlier the Ranganathan order was, I have already said, books are for use. That is the first law. The second was every reader its book. Okay, second. The third one, every book its reader, and fourth one, save the time of the reader, and fifth one is library is a growing organism. Okay, so now what they have done the change. They have shifted the orders. Okay, they said the main thing in the library nowadays is should be to save the time of the reader. The time is very important nowadays. People are not getting the time, and that's why we must work on this time factor. So first of all, they say that this law must be number 1, and number 2, they say that every person his or her book. The second, this one is third, this one was second. Okay, so this one was second. They just kept it as second. The books are for use, they kept it third, and every book reader they kept it as 4, and fifth was every library is a growing organism. It kept the same. Okay, so they say that save the time of the reader is the main is the number 1, and they interpreted it as enable library system and services into users existing workflow. So what is the main factor? They say that workflow is the main factor. So we have to organize our library services, library system in the users existing workflow, so that they will be very engaged in the library and they will be using the library. In this way, we will be saving the time of the user, and it will ultimately implement. It will be the implication of what? Our fourth law or the first law as per the OCLC's reordering. Okay, the second thing, every person his or her book is the second law. Earlier it was second law, and then now also it is the second law. So they say that know your community and its need. So ultimately the Ranganathan also said that we have to know the user. We have to do the study so that we can procure better books, and we can provide the better services. It is the same thing, but written in that little changed words, you can say. So they say the know your community and its need. Ultimately they are saying about saying for user study. Okay, so they say that user study is the second most important factor in the library to implement or implication for the implication of the second law of library science. And they say the third one is books are for use. So they say they develop the physical and technical infrastructure needed to deliver physical and digital material. So they say that we must go for this development of physical and technical infrastructure, because ultimately we need to have provide the services, and service should be given by what, by the infrastructure. So we have to have better infrastructure to let the book be used. So ultimately the thing is, let the book be used. So they said they develop the physical and technical infrastructure needed to deliver the physical and digital material. So whatever the thing is required to deliver the services, we have to make it assured. Okay. And the fourth law, or you can say earlier it was third law. So every book its reader. So they said if the books are there, as per the OCLC's reinterpretation, they say increase the discoverability, access and use of resources within users existing workflow. So ultimately the thing came the workflow. So I say that increase the discoverability. It means the book should be very organized. They should be very well cataloged, opaque, and other things should be used, so that the discoverability will be more, and they should be accessible, and there should be use of the resources within the user's existing workflow. The ultimate thing is workflow. So so this is all about our reinterpretation by OCLC. Mainly the authors, or you can say the editors, were Conway and Fennell. Okay, these two guys have done this work. It's a very good work, I think, and many time not. It's nowadays it's trend to ask question from this topic. So I thought that I should go for this. Library is a growing organism, so they have not changed anything with this law. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope you will be getting support. You will providing me support, and I need your support.